We've implemented a couple of these endpoints. How about a create widget or delete widget? So let's do that. Let's take a look at those, right? So delete widget, right? It's the delete widget would be implemented as follows. So instead of iterating over an array that we don't have anymore, let's remove that. And the way it would be implemented is through the repository, the widget repository. Notice that it has a delete by ID. See that? Right? If I have the ID, which I can just pass it in, right? Widget ID, it would just remove it from the database. Right? So how do we test this? So we can head over to the controller, and the controller must have a delete, doesn't it? There it is. Here's our delete. Right? Oh, we need to send a delete message, right? Method. But I'm feeling lazy, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to re-implement this method using just plain all get. Not that you would ever do that. I'm going to break the REST convention just for brevity. So I'm going to just copy this. I'm going to paste it here. Right? I'm going to make this a get. All right. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to use the same URL, but I'm going to put a delete at the end. Right? To distinguish this from this. Right? I'm going to call this delete widget not REST. Okay? Yes? So if I send a get and with a delete at the end, like that, it's going to call the delete and it should remove it from the database. Right? So let's try it out. Okay, so let's see if this still works. So let's remove this B over here, right? So let's go fetch it with 2. So this will be /2. There it is, B. And I should be able to remove it just by putting a delete at the end. So remove it comes back with a 1. If I come back and I refresh, notice that B is no longer there, right? So it was able to remove it, right? If we go to the database, right, and do a query on this, right, notice that B is no longer there. See that? So that worked. It was only for illustration purposes, right? It was only for illustration purposes and on how you would implement. It would use a delete repository. If I asked you in a quiz, is this a RESTful service? You would say certainly not. Okay? Does it work? Does it delete? Does it do what it's supposed to do? Yes, it does what it's supposed to do, but it's not RESTful, right? Because the convention is that if you're deleting data that is already there, you would use a delete method, right? And the naming for the URL would be that it's /the noun, plural, / the ID of whatever you are deleting, with nothing else. No verbs, especially if you have a verb, that's a giveaway that this is not a RESTful service. Okay? So yeah. So let's do the same maybe with create.